What's up guys, Caddy here, and today guys, a coach interview for GBA Season 6. Today I'm going to be interviewing Tom, who is coach of the San Jose Sharpedos, if he wants to say hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, Tom?
Fantastic. What a great day to be, around and talking to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. So basically, we've got a whole load of questions to ask you, Tom. Starting from a first phase is to get to know you better as a coach. Then we got a little bit about the GBA and you, and then finally a very fun little lightning round, which is meant to be just very, very quick. So let's just jump straight into the first part. So I'm gonna ask you. I've got a couple of questions to ask you about getting to know the coach. So let's start. Okay. First of all, what was your first Pokemon experience?
I started way back in the good old Red and Blue days. Played Pokemon quite a bit, and then ever since then I've been playing most of the handheld games.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I must admit, I think I was Gold. I started, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I got that for my for a Christmas present, and that was pretty cool, I must admit. So, how long have you been playing competitively?
Since Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I remember my first real, quote unquote, Wi-Fi battle was against someone I knew in college. I brought things like a Kyogre and the event Raikou, and I lost horribly because he knew how to EV train, and I was an idiot. So I lost, and he had things like Dragonite and Snorlax and Umbreon. He was a fat whore, and I hated it. But it was a game, so there was that. But he won, and that was my first experience. Ever since then, I've gotten better. I've learned that EV training way back in 4th gen is horrible. Now it's much more simple. And then I learned how to, use Pokégen and shit. So
yeah. Cutting corners each gen, one gen at a time. Okay, so do you play in any tiers or in any other formats?
Well, I'm sure you know how I feel about Showdown, but for the audience, I hate Showdown with a burning passion. It has a, somewhere in the coding, there's a fuck Tom clause, and in that coding it says, at any point possible, if I need to hit a move, especially in these, league matches, I'm going to miss, and if I need to not get crit, I will. So, I don't really like Showdown that much, but I do like Wi-Fi battles, mainly your roulette-type battles, random Wi-Fi battles, kind of grab bag. I don't specifically go for tiers. I kind of like bringing whatever and seeing how well I could do. Mostly because in this format, the GBA format, you got to learn how to use every type of Pokemon, not just specific tiered Pokemon, and how do you adapt to different circumstances with maybe lower tier stuff against your higher caliber mons.
Yeah, definitely. I must admit, I've been having some problems with Showdown recently where it deletes my EVs as I go into a league match.
Good.
And,
good.
Yeah, that lost me one playoff spot. So, a playoff match. So, I must admit, I've got a few problems with Showdown from that point. But anyway, moving on. So, what's your game plan when you start getting ready to draft?
So, my main thing with the draft is I've learned in the course of these few seasons and then the other leagues that I've been in, I've come to find what I like, what I don't like. What I like is I kind of like a balance. I like to mix your Dragon Fairy Steel cores, your Fire Water Grass cores. I like a little bit of bulk, but I also like a lot of speed control, and I do like having a solid offensive option type Pokemon to work with, so that I can ensure that I have both spectrums covered, so I can build what's most comfortable for me, speedy, bulky, kind of a mix sort of thing.
Yeah. And if there's just one Pokemon which you could just then draft over and over again, just because either you can't live without it or because it's that good, do you have any such Pokemon? Not to give too much away for the future draft and stuff like that, but
for anyone who's known me for, I guess, GBA Season 2 and GBA Season 3, I am a big fan of Kieran Black, and I'm also a big fan of Starmie. If I could draft those two exclusively every time, I would.
I must admit, Kieran Black is an absolute monster, especially in League format as well. So I can definitely agree with you on that one.
I'm pretty sure Kieran Black is probably my favorite Pokemon overall, just in general, using in any type of format as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to move on to Phase 2, which is the GBA and you, talking a little bit about Tom's relationship with the GBA. So, what made you want to join the GBA?
Well, Steve asked one day, and I wanted to become good friends with Steve, and he said, hey, you live in Connecticut, I'm also living in Connecticut, do you want to join a NFL draft / Pokemon type league, I was like, fuck yeah, I do. And that was season 1, and I was one of the first coaches he asked to join, and that's been history from there.
So do you have any coach that you're looking forward to playing the most?
Playing the most? Well, John and I historically have had very, very good matches, and he's in my division, so if inter-division, I love to play him. I want to see if our matches from previous seasons, like in Season 3 or Season 2, can then, again, mirror matches this season. And then someone who I want to get a rematch up against is Dan. I beat him back Season 3, but since he's been pretty much the golden child of the GBA, I want to play him again, and I want to see if the garbage that I said about him in the power rankings holds true, so that I'm not eating my own words. Probably going to eat my own words, but I at least want to see if how much shit I might or might not get. That might make sense, but it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, definitely. So is there a coach that you're absolutely dreading to play, or you don't want to get matched up against?
Cooper.
Oh, I could definitely understand that. So what are you most excited for during Season 6 of the GBA?
I think pretty much just being back. I spent 2 seasons on the sidelines, kind of doing the analysis work. Got a very good taste about how that works. Kind of glad I'm not doing it anymore. But the fans are, something that I'm really looking forward to, impressing, and I just want to get back into competing. I haven't battled a lot, and when I have been battling on Wi-Fi especially, I could feel how much I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to be back in the GBA format and competing again.
Going on to talking about the actual season itself, realistically, where do you think you're going to end up?
So based on my division, I have to play Gubbs, John, and George 2 times each. So based on that, plus my division, which I believe I'm in the blue division, I could realistically see myself being like middle of the pack, if not like a wild card in the playoffs. I'd like to, as always, every coach wants to make the playoffs. I'd like to make the playoffs, and but realistically, I think don't really feel that rusty. But I think if I get into a groove with my team, whatever I end up drafting, I will definitely feel very confident about just being like above average, and then making the playoffs, probably wild cardish.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really hard season to call, I must admit. Like, it's so stacked. Like, it's absolutely incredible. And you see every single division. It's just crazy how strong they are, really. So, it's going to be a very interesting season, I think.
That's why I said wild card-ish and not, I'm going to win the division. I'm going to be number 1 overall. I got this.
I'm going to thrash John, George, and Gubbs.
Yeah, right?
It's be easy. Oh, it'll be fine.
I'm the best. Screw you guys. I'm the best.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to phase 3, which is the lightning round. So the absolutely final part, which is I'm going to run through 2 options, and there's no thinking. You've just got to answer which one you think is better. So, ready? 3,
Ready.
2, 1. Cartridge or Showdown?
Cartridge. Showdown's bad.
Oras or XY?
XY. Music's better.
Sweep or Stall?
Sweep. Stall hurts my soul.
Hoenn or Sinnoh?
Sinnoh. First DS game I played.
Livecom or Postcom?
Postcom all day.
Toxic or Willow?
Willow. Let's cut that attack right in half. You don't need it.
Volt Switch or U-Turn?
U-turn.
Competitive or Defiant?
Competitive, I think?
Acrobike or Macbike?
Yes. I don't really care. Acro, I guess.
Play competitively or play for fun?
Competitive. It's win or nothing, man. Let's go.
Technical team or creative team?
Creative. If you're not having fun, then who are you?
Trade or free agency?
Trade. Let's shake up the schedule or the rosters.
And then finally, GG or rage quit?
Depends on the day. That's my answer for that one.
Definitely, yeah. And that is it for the lightning round, and that's going to round off the interview with Tom. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Tom's channel link will be down in the description below, so don't forget to go and check him out. All of his matches will be there, so don't forget to go watch those. They're all going to be absolutely fantastic, I'm absolutely sure. Anything you want to add as a sort of finale, Tom?
I'm definitely looking forward to being back and competing. The San Jose Sharpedos will be biting their way through the competition, hopefully getting a lot of W's. So, let's go.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys later.